mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Flush to his right. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Great.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Hey, 73.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Go Silver, ready?
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover. gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Hurts. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. That is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Purdy looking to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Hey, Silver. Hey, easy, 63, back. Delta.
Throwing is Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
73. Crowd left Yeti.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Alpha.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight first downs.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple. Here's Purdy. steps away to his left. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the first down. A good pickup there, a 22.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Throwing here, Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Purdy. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Now Purdy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Purdy off the play fake. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Looking to throw. Purdy. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nakobe Dean in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know that.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 70 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
That one goes for 24 yards. Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Purdy will look to throw again here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Able to get away, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts being chased out left. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Great, set. Hey, 73, 73.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Back to throw now on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
63.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Just keeping the play. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Niners will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Purdy now to throw.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Purdy.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Back to throw, Purdy.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
This one caught by Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Purdy will throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big pickup of 38.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football right on the money.
Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Commanders Field. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Barkley. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Real estate's been pretty hard to navigate up the middle, hasn't it? Been real tough for them to run the football.
Another example there, but when they try to bounce it outside, the numbers have been to the advantage defensively there, too.
Yeah, once they took care of the middle, that allowed those linebackers and secondary guys to run to the ball on the perimeter.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy from the gun. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get him down up past the 15. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Hawk 70. Last thing 19.
Purdy to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw is Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
19 target, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Purdy to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Second and 6 coming up. Throwing, Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Here's Purdy to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Purdy, big 4th down play. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants